Hello, mentors. So welcome to meeting one, part two, and this is B, so the horchata puzzle. Hopefully you already saw the video for A, which is easier, and it has very valuable and important information about the rules of these puzzles. So for B, which is harder than A, we have now horchata recipe, and we need actually 4 units of vanilla extract. So for teaspoons. We have plenty of it on a jar, remember, like an infinite, unlimited jar. And these are our containers. One is 10, the other is 8. So using these 2 containers, how can you measure exactly 4? And then we can ask, how about 1, just 1 unit? Again, you can be playful and talk a little bit about Mexican horchata, how it's maybe different from other horchatas that students may not know. And then throw the question, do you know how to make horchata? What's a good recipe? Maybe talk about the sugar content, which is quite high. So maybe they have a recipe that's more like sugar low or something. So that would be nice. So for the solution, we can also do a sequence of moves in which we go step by step, and every step is written on the board or visualized. But another way is do it more live, like if it were like a movie or something. So they could do it on a large whiteboard, start with this empty, and then start explaining. So this is harder in the sense that for following, you really need to pay attention because you will not record every step as in a roll of a movie, but actually you're just erasing and dynamically updating everything that's happening. So also very hard to, if you make a mistake, right, to track what happened. So you have to pay more attention. Let's start with, let's say, so the student that would be explaining would say, let's first fill all this container, and they could just draw the whole shaded region, or even faster, they could write the number 8 instead of shading. So both are okay. I mean, you can encourage both. The first one, it's a little more fun, right? Because you really see the container being full. But of course, using the abstract numbers gets easier and faster. So let's make this full. And then the next step is let's move everything to the left container. So this would mean that this is now 8. And this just moved, so it's empty. So they would just erase this. Okay. So far, so good. Let's fill it again using the infinite picture. So from the external world, fill it again. And now let's actually move it from right to left again. So notice that we have created cylinders. So that's just for us to explain the solutions. They don't exist in real life because otherwise winning would be too easy. They would just measure these 4. So these lines don't exist in the real life, but more in our explanation. And so that's an interesting concept to discuss with your students. Anyways, let's move these to here. So you would be losing 2. And you have to fill it all. So this would be now 8. Okay. Let's empty this. So all of it empty. Now let's move all these to here. So 6 and 6, right? And 0, sorry. So now it's empty. Of course, at any point, if you're making the solution, describing the solution, or other student, you could stop and maybe have students suggest what's the next move. So you can do a hybrid, like cooperative work. So we need to measure 4 tablespoons, right? So notice how close we are here. We have 4, but the complement. So not yet ready, but getting there. So let's fill it again. And now, since this is 8 and this is 4, if we move from here to here, we win the game, right? Because moving here to here, we gain 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this decreases by 4. And now we know that that's a 4. Not because of the graded, but because it's just sums, right? Addition and subtraction that we were keeping track of it. Anyway, you can watch, you can see the solution as a sequence in the teaching guide if it's easier for you to follow. And just be ready and anticipate all these ways to presenting solutions. Okay, have fun and see you in another video. Goodbye.